Welcome, welcome to my live. I'm here to answer your questions. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you all your fruits and your herbs detox. So let's wait a few minutes and let people populate. Hello, welcome, welcome guys, welcome, welcome. If you guys have any questions, feel free and ask. I'm going to do my best. Hello, to answer them as best as I can. Okay. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you so much, Demetrius. Oh, thank you so much. You have changed my life. Yeah, I'm. It means a lot to me. A lot. I'm eating organic frozen grapes as we speak. Fantastic. I love that. I love that. Hi. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing, guys? It's nice to see you guys on. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Hello, neuropathy. Okay, that's what your nervous system. Okay, that's for you, Sarah. Sarah says she has nerve issues. Okay, any kind of nerve issues, always understand you still have to detox it. Nerves are made out of cells. Okay, it doesn't matter what you're trying to heal, it's made out of cells. So remember that there's two basic fluids in the cell. Basic, that there's blood to feed the cell, lymphatic waste fluids to remove the waste. And if you have an issue, it's going to be lymphatic most of the time, because the lymphatic issue, if it stagnates, will put pressure on the nervous system, on the nerves, and it will affect you. So you want to clean it up. 100% fruit diet is what I would use. High berry diet. Very, very high berry diet, fantastic for the nerves. And I would use herbs for the entire body, but herbs specifically for the nerves, meaning clean the head of mucus. Okay, on the back of the head, the cerebellum here houses nerves. Clean the solar plexus, your whole gut. So use enemas, use the herbs, and clean the adrenals. Okay, very important. And that's how you get things better. But it's a diet, always a diet first, and then the herbs to help you clean and strengthen the tissue, cells. Any tips on pregnancy? Well, it's my opinion. A pregnancy will be far easier and far better for you if you're on a high alkaline diet. Period. Okay, there's no exception to this rule. You can. The difference is amazing. You should be on a high fruit diet, raw vegan diet, preferably. And if you can't do that, then you should be high fruit, high vegan, and some alkaline vegan cooked. That's how I would do it personally. I would not be on any kind of protein, not be on any kind of animal products, period, because it's mucus forming and the child gets it. You're transferring, everything you're eating right now is transferring to your child. Okay, so you want living, vibrant foods, high energy foods, high nutrient foods in you, so your child gets the benefits. Do not take starches and proteins. These are acidic and they're damaging. Okay, very, very damaging. You can get avocados and coconut flesh. All these are nice fatty fruits. They give you high nutrients in the super rich nutrients. You don't need anything else. Have alfalfa, green drinks. These are so much nutrients in there. You don't need any kind of protein, animal protein, or starches for that matter. Is it normal for my period to stop or whilst cleansing, being on fruits and steamed veggies and leafy greens? Feel great. Yes, it's normal. When the body is cleansing an area, it can do so. It's not always the case though. For instance, think about it. Let's say you're trying to build a house. So you buy this old house, it's run down, and you want to fix it up. What do? You shut off the water supply, you shut off stuff, and repair as you go along. But the body is similar. If it's trying to heal a certain aspect, it's going to shut it off temporarily as it fixes. You cannot have the water running when you're trying to fix your plumbing, right? So yes, it can happen, but you should know about detox symptoms, and it should pass. But I would use like a female reproductive formula to help strengthen the female area and the hormones, okay, to balance out the hormones. Yes, thank you guys. Thank you. I appreciate you being here so much. So it means a lot to me. I hope I can help you the best I can. How do you heal an enlarged heart? If it's anything that's enlarged, okay, obviously go see your doctor and get your diagnosis, wherever it is. But think about why anything will enlarge. Okay, this lymphatic stagnation. The lymph system is stagnant. It's not moving acids from the tissue. In your case, the heart. So what's going to happen? Also, kidneys are not working properly. Okay, that can cause heart swelling. You gotta fix the whole body. You know, if it's for me personally, I'll be on 100% fruit diet. Period. Fabulous 5 kidney tea at the very least, and extra helps with the kidneys. You need kidney filtration, and you need to move the lymph system. That's what I would do. Obviously, you know, make sure that you've gotten true diagnosis. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Someone says you're amazing. My entire family follows you. That means a lot to me. I hope I can inspire them in some way, shape, or form, at the very least, to change their lives for the better. Let's see. I have pictured the Fab3 tea. I have a question about grape detox. How much of that do you eat at one sitting? Well, I usually have about a handful. You see a handful like this? Okay, I have small, frequent meals. If you're having a grape-only diet or any kind of fruit diet, the best way of doing it is small, frequent meals. Every 2 hours, have small. Don't have a massive amount because it's not necessary. Number one. Number two, when you start eating fruits and raw vegan diet of fruits, you're getting high nutrient dense foods. You don't get as hungry as you would if you're eating starches and proteins. It's a fact. A few weeks on or a week on a fruit only cleanse, and if depending on how clean your small intestines are, you will see you don't need to, you don't get hungry. Okay, so don't force feed yourself, and don't undereat either. Eat when you're hungry and eat small frequent meals. This is what I would do with the grape only diet. Cold fingertips. If you have any kind of cold fingertips, it's circulation. Okay, there's also thyroid involvement in there, but very likely circulation and some nervous system issues as well. So you want, again, always diet change the diet, 100% fruit diet, and I would use herbs for the entire body plus herbs for the thyroid, herbs for the adrenals, extra herbs for the thyroid and adrenals. Okay, and extra herbs for circulation, upper circulation for blood flow to the upper region. That's it. That's what I would be using. Can you do a 20-day lemon cleanse while eating fruit and vegetables? If you did a 20-day lemon only cleanse, then it's not a lemon only cleanse. And if you added foods to lemon only cleanse, then it's not a lemon only cleanse. It's still beneficial, but it's not a lemon only cleanse. So we use the lemon only cleanse temporarily as a way of cleansing the body at an accelerated pace, or as a way of getting the body alkaline at an accelerated pace. If you add the veggies and cooked veggies and stuff, it's still healing, but it's not going to be as fast as just a lemon only cleanse. Okay, I use the lemon only cleanse in for short periods of time, and in cases where I need results quickly. Okay, but otherwise, if you're pacing, you have a mixed fruit diet and you're having some veggies in the raw veggies and some alkaline cooked vegan, it's okay. It's not the best. When you have cooked, it's going to stop the detox. But it's not. It's still healing, meaning that it's still beneficial. Okay, see. You're welcome. Thank you. Only the crown of my head is swelling right at the top. Why is that? You should go get it checked. If one part is just swelling, like maybe something you hit your head. Okay. If you have just a localized swelling, it's likely you hit your head. So I would go get it checked. Okay, but if that's not the case, remember what will swell is lymphatic waste. It's lymphatic system. You're not draining acids out properly. The body will, the lymphatic system will swell, stagnate. Okay, and as an attempt to protect you because of acids. So remember, the lymph system is what encapsulates acids or carries acids. And so when it's stuck and it cannot move properly, it's going to swell up. That's what's going to happen. So you need to get kidneys to filter. You need to get the lymph system to move, lymph system to move. The 100% fruit diet and clean the bowels because the head sits on the GI tract. You want a perfect energy flow. It's very, very important. Okay. Let's see. Will eating a variety of fresh fruit help lower? I can't really see that. Okay, let me see. Oh, for heart issues. Yes, I mean, I would be any kind of heart issues. You want a high fruit diet for a very simple reason that the blood is very light and it doesn't stick. You know, the cells don't stick together like a high protein diet. You know, this was on the documentary. I forgot what the name was, where they showed vegan athletes versus regular athletes and how the vegan athletes were thriving, and they showed the blood samples between a vegan diet versus meat-eating diet, and it was the difference was quite noticeable. The blood on the vegan side or the vegetables very light. The blood on the protein side, animal products very thickish. Sorry. So it makes a difference when you're trying to fix any heart issue or you want a heart to be healthy. You always want to be on a 100% fruit diet. That's what I would do personally if it was me. Okay. And then remember, it's always lymphatic because you want the lymph system to drain out acids. Acids don't drain, things swell, things inflame, things get, acidosis is present. Acidosis makes things dry, makes things thick and sticky. So you always want to make sure you're on 100% fruit diet and get the kidneys to filter and move the lymph system. That's what I would do. It's very important you do that. Pain in the right leg, in my hip and knees anytime I lie down, please. Pain in the right leg, in my knee. So I'm of the viewpoint that any kind of pain is expressed as it's acidic because an alkaline body, it doesn't experience that kind of trapped pain. So when you have pain, it's trapped acids. Acids can't leave, so it's burning you. Acids burn. So your job is to have the body move the lymph system so the body can remove that without pain or burn. Okay, acids through to the lymph nodes where they'll be dealt with, and then to the kidneys where it's eliminated. So your job is always to move your lymph system, help get kidney filtration, and you see things will get better because inflammation or pain, localized pain, is trapped acid. That's what it is in a nutshell. And you want to remove that by moving the lymph system and making the kidneys to filter. Very simple. How can you retain protein on a fruit and veggie diet? The body needs amino acids, not protein. So when you take a protein, it's a complex structure like animal protein. It has to be broken down. It's not the most bioavailable food you can eat. Plus, when it's stripped and broken down, it leaves an acid hit on the body. It does. You can go and have some fruit. Let's say you have pain and you go and have some fruit diet. You see you get relief of the pain. But the moment you start eating protein, you see the pain amplify. You can test it on yourself. Don't take my word for it. And you will see amplification of the pain. Because it's complex structure. It's not, body doesn't need it. Body doesn't like complexity. It doesn't like it. It doesn't like starches. It doesn't like proteins. And you can tell by the transit time when you eat something and how fast it comes out of you. Like meaning you eat something, it's digested, and then you have waste on the other end. You should have a decent and fast transit time. Not too fast and not too slow. But it should be like enough that that is simple to digest. So you eat food that is simple to digest, not complex. You eat starches and proteins, that's complex. And your bowel movements will reflect this. Okay, you eat fruits and a raw vegan diet, but mostly fruits. You see, you have a faster transit time and a healthier waste when it comes out of you. You will see the difference. So it's very important that you understand that. So all the amino acids you need are in your in the proteins and the veggies. That's it. Okay, and they're bioavailable in the right proportion. Remember that mother's milk is 1% of protein. Mother's milk, that's when the child is growing the fastest, and nature decides that it will give the human species 1%. Okay, and we as humans are saying no, we know better than nature, so we're giving 20 to 30%, if not more, of protein. I don't agree with that. I agree with nature, and I stand by nature. So fruits and veggies have protein levels in the range of mother's milk. Okay, plus or minus. So that tells you alone. That tells you something. You're welcome. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much again. I want to find a nice, good question. All the questions are good, FYI, but just one that we can all relate to. I feel that you need stuff foods to keep going. Is that the adrenals? Feeling stressed and not being able to feel happy at times. Yes. If you are depressed, that's your parathyroid. If you're stressed or worried or anything like that, any kind of emotion, that's your adrenals. As far as the physical body is concerned, okay? But I would be like meditating and going outside nature, get some fresh air, being in nature, get grounded, so to speak. Even if you can walk barefooted in nature, provided it's safe, obviously. Get grounded to the system, okay? Because energy flows everywhere. You are energy. The earth is energy. You can get energy from the earth. And work on your adrenals and working on your parathyroid. If your adrenals and parathyroid are weak, chances are all your endocrine glands are weak as well. Okay, and chances are your lymphatic system is weak, and chances are your kidneys are not filtering as they should. So you need to address the whole body and get extra herbs for the parathyroid, extra herbs for the adrenals, and that's what I would do. Okay, to fix it. But if you meditate and you find your true self and who you are, you will not have these emotions override you. You'll be watching the emotions, okay, and not taking ownership of them because you are not your emotions. These are something that are reflected upon you, but their true self is separate from emotions. The only problem is that you take ownership of the emotions and it gets you down. But like I said, physically I work on the adrenals and parathyroid, detox the whole body, but emphasis on those parts. How do you prepare your body when you have to have a shot? Okay, if you're trying to prepare your body, make it healthy, again, remember, the lymphatic system is your main immune system. It's a system that will be responsible for removing any kind of material in you that it doesn't want. If your lymphatic system is compromised, you cannot move those matter, that's alien matter in it, and that's when you're going to have problems. So I would be working on my lymphatic system and working on my kidneys. Okay, you need kidney filtration and move your lymph system and work on your adrenals because they produce corticosteroids. They control autonomic nerve movements. So you need work on the whole body, but specific emphasis on the lymphatic system and the kidney filtration. So extra herbs for those parts. And you can use herbs like elderberry, fantastic for immunity, okay? And especially when you have a cold and flu-like symptoms, elderberry is fantastic for this. Garlic is also fantastic for it as well. thyme and oregano are fantastic for this as well. So you can use those kind of herbs, have teas, and keep your body healthy. That's it. You'll be doing very well. So IBS means they can't eat green vegetables. So you have IBS, they can't eat green vegetables. Find the food you can tolerate, meaning from the vegetable kingdom and from the fruit kingdom. So find the ones that you can tolerate. I mean, preferably you want some acid fruits at the very least, and you need herbs to help you strengthen and clean out the bowels. Okay, because when you have IBS, it's usually three things indirectly are affected. One, you might have sulfur in your gut. Okay, from medications, from the food you've been eating, the chemicals. And number two, you have interstitial lymphatic congestion, which means that your lymph system in the gut is not moving properly. So you're not removing waste properly, so it's burning from the inside out. Okay, so that's the most common cause of it. Okay, but and number three is that, like I said, you have to clean the bowels. The bowels are pressing, it's congested, so clean the bowels with the herbs. So I'll be on herbs for the bowels, herbs for the entire body, lymphatic system, and kidneys. Okay, and you can take aloe vera shots. You can take marshmallow tea. You take a teaspoon of marshmallow root, put it into cold water, and let it sit overnight. In the morning, drink it. It coats your system and gives you a nice relief. It soothes the guts and soothes the GI tract. Okay, it's one of the best things you can use. Marshmallow root. Okay, teaspoon into a large glass of water, maybe about 20 ounces of water, and sit overnight. Drink it in the morning. It's very calming. Thank you so much for kind words. I appreciate that. Thank you. I just covered someone mentioned about Crohn's, but again, it's all the same kind of philosophy behind it. In terms of natural healing, you have to get rid of the acids are causing this internal burning. Okay, so it's kidney issue. You have to take the steps I just spoke about. But I will repost this video so you can watch it and you can see the question and answer. Sorry. Okay, what's it called? Do you have any recommendations for depression, anxiety? Yeah, depression, as I mentioned, is parathyroid. You have a parathyroid weakness, and anxiety is because of your adrenals. So you got to fix those two. And detox the whole body. Always change your diet. 100% fruit diet. Basic herbs, Fabulous 5 kidney tea. Extra herbs for your adrenals. Extra herbs for the parathyroid. Okay. So someone says my aunt has problems with blood sugar, kidney, high blood pressure, and chronic constipation. Oh, that's a lot, right? But it's all interconnected. I'll show you. So blood sugar issues is going to be your pancreas and it's going to be your adrenals. So you need to address those. Okay, kidneys is going to affect your lymphatic system, and eating the wrong foods will affect your kidneys. You should be stay away from any kind of animal products or cooked starches, and focus on the raw vegan diet or 100% fruit diet, preferably. High blood pressure is going to be your kidneys and adrenals. You need to address those too. Okay, as you're on your meds, of course. And chronic constipation is your adrenals and your bowels are constipated. So you need adrenals. You need to fix your adrenals because it controls peristalsis. You got to also fix the lymphatic system in the gut. So again, 100% fruit diet helps for the kidneys, helps for the lymphatic system, helps for the endocrine glands, helps for the extra helps for the bowels. Okay, we have a tincture called bowel strength tincture. I would use that until I got bowel movement. It's not a laxative; it just helps move the bowels for you. Okay, this is what I would do. Someone asks, what causes warts? Warts is your adrenals, weak adrenals. You're not making use of sugar. Okay, so this can cause warts. Or warts also could be a viral issue as well. Some warts are. So again, the lymphatic system is compromised. The lymphatic system and the kidneys are compromised. And if it's a child, 100% his adrenals are compromised. The question is not if it is compromised, it's how bad is it compromised. And most children, when I look at their eyes today, have horrible adrenals. They have anxiety. A lot of them have anxiety. They have a nervousness, and it's due to weak adrenals. So you got to use herbs to strengthen their adrenals and kidneys, for that matter. Okay. Yeah, the documentary I was speaking about, someone says, is the Game Changers. Yes. That's what we're talking about, the blood consistency between a vegetable diet versus animal product diet. It's very obvious. Okay, which is why we always go on the fruits, 100% fruit diet when we're cleansing. Remember, this is not a lifestyle. What I teach here is not a lifestyle. It's a cleanse. It's how to cleanse your body. After that, you can add balance to your meals. You can add alkaline vegan. This is what I would do. Okay, but I would not be on animal products personally. Doesn't mean that you should not be. I mean, I prefer that you don't, but I'm not gonna sit here and criticize it. Extreme hair loss. Okay, so remember, hair loss I always mention this every single time I come on, it's the issue of hair loss, hair loss, because it's getting too rampant. You're having young people having it, okay, as early as 17, if not younger sometimes, they're getting hair loss. And it's not normal. And, you can blame it all you want on your genes, but it goes beyond the genes. It's epigenetics. If the foods have been eaten and it's affecting our lymphatic system, it's creating acidosis in the body, and acids will burn, and they will burn hair follicles. They will also affect the function of glands that produce hormones that will also regulate hair growth and hair loss. So the body doesn't care about the hair on top of your head. It's not its first priority. So if your body's acidic, it's one of the first things that's going to go is your hair, okay, because it's not that important to the body. It's not as important as the kidneys. It's not as important as the liver. So your hair is not the first priority to the body. So that's when you start losing your hair. It means the body is in a state of acidosis. There's something wrong with the body. You gotta fix it. Okay, so if it were me, I'll be on a 100% fruit diet. Add some green drinks now and then. Okay, for the green drinks mean like cucumber, celery, any dark green vegetables. Take a tea, horsetail tea, very powerful tea. You have it once a day. Make a big like a 32-ounce jug of it, or like 1 tablespoon, and add some lemon into it. The lemon will extract the nutrients in the herbs, and drink it all day. Okay, we have it on our site because horsetail tea. And it has the highest amount of silica in it than in any plant on the planet. Pretty sure of that. And it's going to help you build the collagen and help build hair and nails. Okay, that's what it's used for. So I would be using that, and I'll use circulation herbs for the scalp. So we have on a cycle circulation 1 and 2 tincture. It pushes blood flow to the head region, and neurological tincture as well. It helps strengthen the brain and nervous system as well. So but you gotta clean the gut, because remember I said the head sits on the GI tract. Clean your sinuses. You gotta make sure there's no excess mucus in the head region of burning follicles. Okay, and do some scalp massages. Like this, scalp massages, like every day, 2 minutes. And I use a hair oil as well to external application, stimulate blood flow to the scalp region. And that's what I would do to help grow my hair and stop the hair loss. But be aware that when you're starting to lose your hair, the body is going to get rid of all the weak hair it doesn't want, and it will regrow. Okay, so if your hair starts falling out, and in some cases you can't stop it. In fact, when you start cleaning up, it will accelerate a bit more, because the body doesn't keep weak tissue. It doesn't like weakness. Nature's law is the weak perish and the strong survive. That's the nature's law. Everywhere you look around, that's how it goes, and applies to your hair. So when you're trying to heal your body and your hair was falling out before, it might throw out the weaker hair and then regrow new ones. So you have to be patient. It also takes about, if you're completely you have nothing at all on your scalp, no hair, it can take about 4 to 5 months to see sprouts. Okay, so you gotta be patient and do the work. It's not a treatment like taking minoxidil and pumping chemicals in your head, and then when you stop, the hair falls out anyway. So what's the point? So it's well worth the work, because at the same time you're healing the body internally. You're making everything great. You're gonna feel great. So it's a plus. However you look at it, because the hair was falling out anyways, right? What can vegans take as a collagen? I just mentioned it. I would use horsetail tea, silica, full of silica, very powerful stuff in there. Okay, I would make a tablespoon of it, put into a 32-ounce. I would steep it like a tea. I would put like a tea first and put it into a big mason jar. Once it's cooled, add a little lemon in there and drink all day. It's called horsetail tea. So it's on my website. Someone says, whenever I watch your videos, I go and eat an orange. That's funny. I just had orange juice for my breakfast, so I'm with you. How to get rid of face wrinkles? Any kind of wrinkles usually is parathyroid. Okay, your parathyroid is weak, and that deals with calcium utilization. And I just mentioned the horsetail tea, so I'll be drinking that. So I'll be drinking horsetail tea, of course, 100% fruit diet, all the basic herbs, the Fabulous 5, the regular ones, and the kidney tea, and use horsetail tea, and drink it all day. That's it. It's fantastic, full of silica in there. Okay, bioavailable silica. Good question. Yeah. all fruits and avocados. What's your thoughts? It seems to fuel my low energy when my adrenals are drained. You can have avocados. You often hear me say don't have the avocados and the coconut flesh, not because it's bad, but because when I'm trying to detox or heal the body, or try to heal the body, I want very sort of stringent fruits. These are the citrus fruits, the grapes, and the berries, the grapes, and the melons. They are stringent. They dry out. They pull out mucus and toxins. That's what they do. Avocados don't have that, and coconut flesh doesn't have that. Does not mean though that you can't have it. It just means that it's not optimal to use when you're trying to detox at a quick pace. But by all means, if you feel like having coconut and avocados raw, absolutely have it. Because I mean, at the end of the day, it's not going to stop your detox, and it's high nutrient, high fat content, good fat. So yeah, absolutely, go ahead, have it if it makes you feel good. But I would work on the adrenals as well. What fruit or veggies for required protein? I covered this already. Protein. We have been sold this protein thing. It's ridiculous. I'll be honest with you. Me personally, I make an attempt to avoid protein. I make it. It's my goal not to eat protein. Okay, and I lift weights. And I'm telling you for a fact that you do not need massive amounts of protein to heal your body. Well, if you want your muscles to grow, if you want to get bigger muscles, you need recovery. Muscle recovery is the key. After you have trained the body and hit it hard with the weights, whatever, and you have stimulated muscle growth, the next step in line is recovery. It's not protein. Protein is used. Amino acids are used to construct, absolutely, but not in the levels that are recommended to you. In other words, if you eat a lot of protein, you're not doing the body any favors. Your goal is, how can I recover? And how do you recover? You get the lymph system moving properly, okay? And you get the kidneys filtering. That's how you recover. The body can't fix anything if the rumbles or debris are sticking around. That's why some people will lift weights and they're sore for weeks on end. That's telling you that the acids are not leaving the body. So if your acids are not leaving the body, how can you expect to grow bigger? So the key in muscle growth, apart from that you need the right calories and apart from the fact that you need to train hard, is recovery, muscle recovery. And muscle recovery has nothing to do with protein directly. First, you remove the acids, debris generated by the weightlifting, okay, through the lymph system to the kidneys, and then you can provide some amino acids at the same time. Amino acids, simple proteins in the fruits and veggies are sufficient for that. You don't need to be eating a ton of protein. You will damage your kidneys and you start getting arthritis and stuff like that. I'm not making this up. People come to me who lift a lot of weights and they always have this problem. So if you don't want to believe me, that's fine. I'm not trying to convince you otherwise. I'm not trying to sell you a protein or something. But mind you, I'm against protein. I'm not trying to sell you the idea of it. I'm trying to tell you from experience that it's you don't need as much as they say. Okay, so my kidneys have been hurting almost every day. What does that mean? That's not a good sign. You know? Go get it checked, okay? Just in case it's immediate. But to heal the kidneys, I always mention this: kidneys. They are important, very important. So if I'm trying to heal my kidneys, I would be on a 100% food diet. I wouldn't even question it. I'll be on a 30-40 day dark grape only diet, and I'll use the Fabulous 5 kidney tea, and I'll use kidney 6 tea as well, and I'll also use nettle seed. Very fantastic seed you want to use. Nettle is high nutrition, but also fantastic for the kidneys. That's what I'll be using. We have a nettle seed on our side. You can get it if you want. Okay, but yeah, the diet is number one though. Diet is number one. You got to change the diet if you have kidney problems. It's very important. Don't eat the foods that cause the damage in the first place. Don't eat the protein and starches. They damage the kidneys in the first place, and you're eating the same foods with herbs and hoping that you get better results. It's not going to happen. Okay, the diet has to change. Again, the best way of getting, someone the same question: how do you get the best sources of protein for your system? I told you, dark green vegetables are the best I would use. Okay, it's bioavailable protein. Let's see. I drink turmeric, ginger, and oregano. Can one overdo it with too much turmeric? I mean, you turmeric, to get the effects of turmeric, you need a lot of it. So I would not be worrying about eating ample amounts of it. I mean, if you're doing it on a daily basis, it's consistent enough to provide you with all the nutrients in there without being excessive. You don't want to be excessive in anything you do. You don't want to take too much turmeric or too much ginger or too much oregano. These are very helpful herbs, but then you don't need to abuse them. My point is, right? So if you have it drinking one a day, it's fine if you're consistent, right? I like to microdose. I like to take small sips during the day of the herbs because you're microdosing as opposed to just one large chunk and then you're gone. So microdose your herbs and tinctures on a slow, like the same. If you're taking the herbs 3 times a day, you can put the 3 teaspoons into water and drink the whole jar of water the whole day. That way you're microdosing. Okay, that's what I would do. Where can I buy the herbs for the kidneys? You can get the herbs for the kidneys on my website, on my profile link right now. Okay, my website is there. You can get it there. Let's see. Can you gain and build muscle on a vegan diet? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You're not going to have that artificial look, bloated artificial look with the steroids and the super high protein diet. That, in my opinion, is like artificial muscle, meaning that the moment you stop lifting, it's going to dissipate really quickly because the body doesn't like unnatural things. The body, it doesn't like to be forced. The body has its own way of functioning and doesn't like to be pushed too much at a certain direction that is not natural to it. So whenever we're trying to build muscle, it's not a natural process. Okay, what I mean by that, I mean you're lifting big weights, build big muscles. That's why the muscles grow bigger because it's trying to adapt. But my point is, it's not a natural occurring event. Okay, so the body will get rid of it, but it's unnatural to it. So not to say that you shouldn't lift weights. I lift weights and I love the effects, the muscles, etc. But I'm trying to tell you that it's going against the grain of the body. In other words, if you're trying to build artificial muscles quickly, that's why they use the steroids. The body doesn't want it. You are forcing upon the body something it doesn't want. And so when you stop, the body is going to get back to the size that it deems healthy and necessary and able to retain. So very often, that's why you see people shrink quickly. But you always notice that there's always a foundation remaining. And that foundation, we call it muscle memory. It can always build up again. But the body doesn't like, it's expensive. If you have body fat, it's not expensive to the body. It doesn't require energy to maintain it. If you have muscle mass, it's expensive. It requires energy to maintain it. Muscles are far, obviously, beneficial for you than the fat, to some extent, right? But anyways, I would not be focusing on that. I'll be focusing on building my body like a nice, natural, well-defined look, healthy look, not that overly bloated, muscular look because, first of all, it's not really attractive. Number two, it's not that natural. But get a nice toned body, muscular, and with decent muscles in there and strong muscles. And it's all in there in the fruits and veggies, the protein, sorry. So someone says, every day I attempt the lemon cleanse and I do good until I leave the house and I have a solid meal in my body and instantly my belly gets stuffed and I have a bloated feel and look so uncomfortable. Well, the body's telling you immediately, stop what you're doing. If you feel okay with the lemon, okay, makes sense because it takes very little or no digestion, okay? Very little digestion. And then you go out of the house and you have a big meal and the body's like, okay, you give me all these high nutrient dense foods and now you give me this not dense, but you're giving me a lot of food that has no nutrients in there and it's bulky. So the body's going to react. And it's telling me your pancreas is probably weak. And when you combine foods in this way and have this, your body has a hard time digesting it. So you're comparing now, the body knows what, given it high quality fruits, easy to digest foods, and then you're putting foods that it doesn't really want in there. Well, you can see why would happen. I would try my best to stick on a high 100% fruit diet if you can. If you can't, a high fruit diet, raw vegan diet, and occasionally have your cooked alkaline vegan. I would stay away from the starches as much as possible. Occasionally, okay, have your cheat days when you want. I'm not saying don't have those. I'm just saying that get your body to an optimal state of health, and then you can add those foods back in there now and then. Okay, but you know the effects. The moment you move from a high fruit diet to eating starches and proteins, you see the effects immediately, and it's not pleasant. Okay. Someone says hormone imbalance, slow bowels, exercising but can't lose weight. So hormone imbalance. Okay, when it comes to hormone in the female body, I'm presuming it's female, but I'll cover both. Yes, lady. Okay, it's female. you always want to work on your ovaries, okay? They produce hormones, your adrenals, okay, and your pituitary gland. Those are the three things you got to work on and balance them out. And remember that mucus acids will affect the function of these glands. So your goal is to get your lymph system moving and your kidneys to filter, okay? 100% fruit diet, preferably, or raw vegan diet at the very least, okay? Slow bowels. Adrenals are weak. When your adrenals are weak, you're going to have slow bowels. It controls peristalsis. That's one of the reasons why. Number two, you might have interstitial lymphatic congestion or lymph stagnation in the bowels or gut. And this is going to affect your bowel movements as well. And also parathyroid control, sphincter control. Again, endocrine gland affected. So you can see the whole body is compromised. But in your case, what is really obvious are your adrenals, okay, from the hormone imbalance, from the poor bowel movements or slow bowel movements, okay. So again, the diet is crucial. And you're exercising, but you can't lose weight. Again, your adrenals. Okay, so you can see clearly adrenals are the common gland in your case here. So fix your adrenals. Go on adrenal glandular. Use adrenal herbs. But as you detox the whole body, that means the Fabulous 5, okay, and the kidney tea at the very least. And extra herbs for the adrenals. Extra herbs. I would use the female reproductive formula because it will help balance the hormones for you as well. It has chaste tree berry in there. Okay, very great plant to use. Okay, and your thyroid is weak. When you can't lose weight, your thyroid is weak, so you got to work on your thyroid. We have something called thyroid lift tincture. Use that to help balance your thyroid and get your thyroid, spark it up, and you should be okay. So maybe try like a 20-day dark grip only diet with the herbs I just mentioned and see how it goes. You will do very well. Someone says, I'm vegan, I'm losing so much hair. Like I mentioned it before, just because you're vegan doesn't mean that you're losing hair because you're vegan. Okay? Very often when you see your hair start falling out, it's already, the process has started a while ago, and now it's accelerating. So it's not like you're losing your hair because you change your diet immediately to a vegan, your hair is falling out because of the diet. It's because when you go on a cleansing diet and your hair was falling out before, so before you went on the cleansing diet, your hair was falling out, and then you went on the cleansing diet, what's the body going to do? The body's going to get rid of weak tissue. It does not want weak tissue. It will not keep weak tissue, okay? You can see that in very clearly in when the body will have a miscarriage. It doesn't want weak tissue. It will get rid of it. It will get rid of weak hair. It will get rid of weak skin. It will replace everything. So your job is to provide it with the nutrients and also be patient with the time and the herbs to regrow it. But you cannot stop the body from getting rid of what it doesn't want, period. And when you're losing your hair, already it's too late. Meaning that it's not too late, but the process has started already. Okay, it took you a while. It took you a while to start to lose the hair. It didn't just happen because the body chose you. Oh, today I'm going to start losing hair. It's been building up. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you. I'm so happy to be here with you and spending my Saturday morning, afternoon with you guys. Let's see. So headache. Someone says, I heard one of your videos. What causes the cerebellum area to cause headache? No, I didn't say that. The headache usually has three major causes. Number one, your sinuses are congested. Okay. Number two, your bowels are congested. Okay. When I say congested, I mean lymphatically. And also maybe eating the wrong foods, you're constipated. That could cause headache as well. And number three is interstitial lymphatic constipation or congestion in the whole body systemically. So I mean, if it were me, I'll clean my sinuses, clean my bowels, using the herbs, change the diet, 100% fruit diet, add some green drinks now and then. Okay, use some enemas, do some ear candling, eye washes. Anything you can do to help break the mucus congestion in the head region is pressure, is lymphatic pressure causing headache. Okay. So headache is usually, not always the case, but usually reflected in those three cases. So sinus congestion, bowel congestion, and interstitial lymphatic congestion systemically. Okay, so which means that you gotta fix your kidneys with filtration. You gotta fix your lymphatic system, 100% fruit diet. Okay, and give it time. Use like peppermint oil, organic peppermint oil. And inhale a bit of it. It will help give you some relief. Okay, you can put a bit on your temple right here. Okay, also give you some relief. There are quite a few things you can do herbal wise for relief of headaches, but you gotta address the root cause. Okay. Let's see, a lot of good questions here. I got a nice one here. How to lower cholesterol naturally? Again, diet. I always say diet. I mean, I even should not be saying diet change, right? But it's a diet. Okay. The body will use cholesterol as an attempt to buffer out metabolic waste or to fight inflammation or acids. The cholesterol is the body's one of the body's main an acid. It fights acids. So when you're producing excess amount of cholesterol, provided let's say you're not eating McDonald's every day or some kind of fast food every day and eating the wrong foods, high fat content, then of course cholesterol will increase as well, but also as a response to acidosis. So meaning my point is that the cholesterol is used to fight acids and acidosis. So if you don't want excess cholesterol to be produced, you change your diet, number one. 100% fruit diet. I'll be on a 20-day to 30-day dark grape only diet. And then I'll use herbs for the entire body, but specifically herbs for the adrenals, okay, and kidneys and lymphatic system. Those three are the major ones I'll use extra herbs for. And time, that's all you need. Of course, you stay on your meds as you do this. Yeah, but cholesterol is not hard to normalize. It's not hard at all. You just have to change your diet. You got to do the work, get the kidneys to filter, move the lymph system, work on the adrenals, and things will balance out. Work on the liver as well. Okay, so you can reach out to me. I'll help you. Do the best I can to help you. Someone says, thank you for so much for coming on live and giving us all the valuable information. It's my pleasure. Really, it is. I'm thankful to have you here as well. Okay. Let's see. The questions are endless, and I'm thankful for it. But there's no way I can answer all these. So again, I'll tell you guys, please, if you have any question, reach out to me on my direct messages. Even if I haven't responded yet, I will respond. I just have a lot, and also you can reach out to me on my site. These are all on my profile link. I'll do my best to help you. Okay. Someone says, does your blood type matter on what you should eat? I don't follow that theory on the blood type theory at all, actually, because for simple reasons that I've seen people with different blood types get better on a fruit-only diet. Okay, I don't care what blood type you have. If you need to heal a detox on a fruit-only cleanse, you get better. So I don't follow by that theory. And again, it really is a theory. That's it. Okay, most of what we go on by are theories, and even the stuff I tell you, you have to implement it and see yourself, because otherwise it's just a theory. And I don't like theories. I like practical stuff. I like stuff that actually helps people. So no, I don't follow that a train of thought about the blood type. Okay, let's see. So people keep on asking me about the V word. Okay, I don't discuss that topic at all. Okay, with 10-foot pole. I'm sorry, but you guys have to you have to understand, and make your own decisions. It's tough. It's tough out there. Really tough. It's a good question here. Drink good quality water. I like distilled water personally. Okay, because for the very simple reason that it's the only water that doesn't have pharmaceuticals in it. Period. All other waters have pharmaceuticals in it, and pharmaceuticals in it will affect your hormones. Okay, even in the tested water in the Himalayas, it has pharmaceuticals in it. Okay, that's how bad it is. That's how bad we've been. How bad our water is. So I use distilled water for that purpose. Okay, I strip the water and make it pure water. I add lemon into it. I can add some herbs into it, and you get really energetic water. Okay, but I don't use any other water apart from distilled. So what's a good diet after pregnancy and a good diet for pregnancy? So I like the high fruit raw vegan diet before, during, and after. Okay, and for the very simple reason that it's alkaline. And remember that when you have a child and you are whatever you are eating gets transferred. You do not want to be eating high protein diets and starches. Period. You don't. You want maybe alkaline cooked vegan, but not any protein and starches, because these are mucus forming foods. Your child's lymphatic system will be compromised. Okay, so I will not be using herbs. I will not use herbs during, but I'll use herbs before and herbs after. Okay, because remember that the child also gets all the benefits. And the only reason why I don't use herbs, and you can during it, is because most pregnancies are not. I tend to be on the weaker side. Okay, and like I said, nature's law. Nature doesn't like weak tissue. Period. It will get rid of weak tissue. Anything weak gets rid of it. Someone says, "Do you?" Someone says, "I have candida and my pyloric value was weak in." Okay. You see, these are whatever kind of bacteria, excess or bad bacteria you have in you. Okay. In excess of it, candida or the H. pylori, I'm not talking about treating it. I'm talking about getting to the root cause of it. So there's a terrain in you. Okay, this one says that there's more bacteria in your gut than there are cells in your body. Okay, and when we eat the wrong foods and we eat stuff like gluten and high protein diets, you are damaging the layer in the gut. You're damaging the layer. Acids damage, they penetrate. And once you start penetrating and damaging that barrier, okay, you're going to have bacteria going in there. That's when your problems come, okay? So the first step in fighting this thing is to stop eating the foods causing the damage, okay? Always a diet change, number one. So I would be 100% fruit diet or raw vegan, high fruit raw vegan diet. And I would use the herbs for the bowels. I use herbs for the lymphatic system because this is a lymphatic system issue. Okay, it's the gut, but it's a lymphatic system issue. The terrain is what attracts these pathogens, and you have a bad terrain, they will come. They're coming there to do their job. They're not coming there because they hate you. They're coming there because you are attracting them. You never need to seed a septic tank. The bacteria is already attracted to it. Okay, this is like the same thing with the gut. Fix the septic tank, which is the gut, and you see that only the right bacteria will stick around. The excess of bad bacteria will leave. Once you have the kidneys filtering, once you have the lymph system moving. So I would use herbs, like antimicrobial herbs, to help get rid of the bad fungus and bacteria, whilst I'm detoxing the whole body and eating a raw vegan, a high fruit or 100% fruit diet, and with the herbs. That's what I would do to remedy that, okay? But you can treat it all you want. It's not gonna go anywhere because once you kill it, more come. And if you use antibiotics, even worse. You're going to kill everything there, and you need good bacteria in your gut. It's one of your defense mechanisms, your immune system. So I wouldn't mess around with that a lot, at all, actually. Let's see. Good question here. Good question. Someone says, going on my 5th week juicing and fruit, feeling fantastic. Great. Absolutely, Lucy. You're so amazing. You're so amazing. Keep it up. It's very inspiring. When I hear people doing this, to me, it's like, wow, the human spirit is so powerful. Once you decide on something, you can do everything you're doing. Wow. Thank you so much for kind words, guys. You guys have a lot of kind words. I appreciate every single one of you. I'd like to meet each one of you someday. Is liver issues fixable? Yes, the liver can be fixed. Liver is one of the tissue, the organs of the body that you can fix quite quickly, okay? Because it's so important to the body that the body will get to it quickly, and it can regenerate itself quickly. So if you want to fix your liver, again, 100% fruit diet, herbs for the kidneys, the entire body, okay? Fabulous 5 kidney tea at the very least, but extra herbs for the liver and extra herbs for the lymphatic system and kidneys. You want kidney filtration and you want to move the lymph system. It's that simple, and you're going to do very well, okay? What do you recommend for me who has never detoxed before? How do you begin and what to do? So, okay, this is a perfect question to answer. So, how do you start a detox? So, you are on a regular diet, a somewhat healthy diet, so you think, but you're not feeling that great. So, you want to detox, you want to take a cleanse, okay? What do you do? Number one, you're going to change your diet, okay? There are 2 ways of doing it. Number one, if your diet is a Standard American diet and it's really toxic, you want to do it slowly. On breakfast, you will have fruit juices. Lunch, you have a salad, and dinner, you'll have steamed vegetables. You do that for a week, okay? Next week, you're gonna do a breakfast, fruits, lunch, fruits, and dinner have a salad, okay? You can do that for a week again. And the 3rd week, you're gonna kick out the salad and have fruits, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's how I would do it. That's a 3-week stretch. But I would use the Fabulous 5, okay, at the very least, and the kidney tea at the very least, at the beginning of the cleanse. Not after, at the beginning, to help you cleanse the body. So basically all you're doing is you're changing the diet, which is number one. Number two, you're using the herbs with the change at the same time, even when you're having steamed veggies, okay? And number three, you're giving it time, okay? But so a lot of people, if they're desperate, they want to get healing quickly, you can jump straight into a 100% fruit diet. You might get a little bit of detox symptoms like headaches, etc., but these are temporary and short-lived and they go away, okay? But that's how you do it. Very, very simple and to the point. So, it's all in my book here. Quite a bit of this stuff is on my book. The first one was the how to heal yourself even when you say you can't, and the second one is the lemon only diet, how to lose weight even when you think you can't. And these have all the detox protocols in there. Very simple. They're written very simple. Okay, simple enough for a 7 or 8 year old to read. That's how I did intentionally, because my goal is to get you guys to know what you're doing and to know about detox and know about healing, and keep it simple. It's fruits and herbs, fruits and herbs. That's simple. The teaching is fruits and herbs. That's it. The only difficulty comes in the herb side, because you don't know which ones to use. But that's why I have my tinctures for you to use. Simple, already done for you. Okay, but it's not complicated. It's very, very simple. Okay, so anyways, I thank you guys for being here. I think I'm gonna have to leave, but I'll definitely try and come back maybe tomorrow. And please send me your questions. Direct message me. You can send me to my website as well. I'll do my best to help you as best I can. And I'm so proud of all of you. Keep it on the fruits and the herbs. Very simple. Very, very simple. Simplicity is the key to success in everything you do. Keep it simple. Fruits and herbs. Okay. All you need to do Fabulous 5 and kidney tea and the herbs and the fruits. Fruit diet crucial, and you're good to go. So you have a blessed Saturday, and keep it up. Okay. Thank you again for being here.